Got my cutter, got my torch. Pour a beverage and I step out on the porch. Grab a cigar, I love that view. I guess it's time for another Poolside cigar review.
How you doing, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of Poolside Cigar Reviews with Kirk. Today, I'm on the patio again, so let me know what you think about that. Pool's right there, you can see it, but I'm not out there. It's shadier under here, so let me know. Patio good? Prefer poolside? I know the light's better poolside, but it's easier on my eyes and there's a little bit less wind. Anyway, enough about where I'm sitting and a little bit more about what I'm smoking. Today I've got the Arturo Fuente Anejo no77, the Shark. Very interesting vitola. Never had one of these. Gave a couple away, but I've never actually smoked one myself. This has probably got, it's got 2 years of age in my humidor. I don't know how long it was at the B&M. This is one of those sticks that it was just kept in the bag. And I don't know if these are really that special or not, but you know, I was kind of friends with the branch manager of the B&M that I used to frequent, and one day, just in passing, I don't know how it came up, I said, you know, I've had a lot of añejos. I said, I've always wanted to get my hands on a Shark, never had one. He said, oh, well, we've got a box in back. You want to take a peek? And so he had like 4 or 5 left in a box, and I snatched them all. And so, you know, it pays to get to know the people who run your shops. Anyway, that's the background where I got this. That was about 2 years ago. I don't know how long they'd had them for. That shop has a ton of Fuente. They always have añejo. I think they get so much. I know it's only released twice a year, but they order so much Fuente that they just keep it stocked. And the same thing with Opus. I don't think I've ever been in there and they didn't have Opus in stock. So Opus and añejo is always there. So if you want guaranteed Opus and añejo, go to Jerry's on First and River in Tucson. They didn't pay me to say that. I haven't been there in a while because I changed jobs. But and I used to be right near there. No, I'm not near there anymore. Anyway, long-winded about this cigar. This is the filler is the same filler as the Opus X blend, and the wrapper is a Maduro Connecticut broadleaf that's been aged in cognac barrels. So it said that this wrapper's got 5 years of age on it. I don't know if all 5 years are in that cognac barrel. Frankly, I don't care. It smells very nice. It does have a nice sweet smell to it. A little, kind of like it's got like a cognac bourbon kind of thing, but it's also just got that Connecticut broadleaf is just, I think it's just a sweet smelling wrapper. It's very nice. You know, it is round to square. That's why I guess it's streamlined like a shark, I guess. And it's also kind of like a pyramid. Got a nice cloth foot band. So the specs are, what I think, 5 3/4, maybe 5 7/8, and it's 64 to 50 is how the Fuente website describes it. So anyway, that's a lot of talk about this cigar. Let's cut it and light it. Been excited about this one. You know, I was saving it for a special occasion, but you know, like a lot of times, I don't know if you guys feel this way, and I save cigars for special occasions. Great draw. Really, really sweet, wide open. It's gonna be nice. But I save cigars for special occasions, and then usually the special occasion comes, and I don't even have an opportunity to smoke a cigar, which stinks. So then the special occasion comes and goes, and I don't get to smoke anything, and then the cigar's just left in my humidor to age. So I figure on a day like today, where I've got a little bit of time, I'm just going to go ahead and smoke this Anejo Shark, because it was looking at me in my humidor and I felt like smoking it. So, you know, if you've got the same experience, I say don't even bother always waiting for the special occasions. I mean, you can't smoke your best stuff every day, because then you wouldn't have your best stuff, but I don't know, if the mood strikes and you have it in your humidor, I say smoke it. Because tomorrow's not guaranteed. And if you die with a bunch of nice sticks in your humidor, that's your loss. Very dark first light. I don't know if I charred the foot on that. But I like it. And sweetness, kind of like a dark chocolate covered cherry. With like a little bit of burned coffee in the aftertaste. Again, that burned coffee might be for me lighting the cigar. Smoking outside is difficult, you know, especially in the summer. You can't see the flame, so you try to not scorch your cigar. But you know, it is what it is. We'll make do. Yeah, it's a little softer. Liking it. It's a lot softer now. I think I might have scorched it on the first light. Similar notes, just a little toned down. Sweet, tobacco-y. I like it. And I am pairing it today with a little Hudson Baby Bourbon. I'll talk a little bit more about this later. I think it was a good choice. So I'll talk more about the pairing and more about the cigar as we get along. So hang in there, guys, as we dive deep into this Arturo Fuente Anejo number 77, the Shark. See you guys in a minute. Okay, so I'm just a little more than half an hour in on this Anejo Shark. Ash is holding on strong. I did have to touch it up once. I don't think I got a thorough light, but I feel like it should have corrected itself and it didn't. So that kind of stinks. I really don't like to touch up a really expensive cigar because when you're just burning that wrapper and you're not smoking it, it just seems like such a waste. Flavors died down a good bit. I would say right now it's at the mild side of medium, maybe the medium side of mild. It's got still got some dark chocolate notes. It has changed up a bit. Got some dark chocolate, a little bit of cherry, a little bit of black tea. I've also tasted a little bit of like lemony citrus here and there. But overall, not really wowing me with flavor. Very subtle, very nuanced to this point. But plenty of smoke. And still, absolutely nothing objectionable. A fine cigar to this point. And it's pairing very nicely with this Hudson Baby Bourbon. It's called Baby Bourbon because it's matured in 2-gallon casks for 4 years. So this is heavily oaked. But it's still, I would consider, it's a nice bourbon. Chewy bourbon. You can't escape those oak tannins, and this really makes me salivate. I mean, it's got a little bit of that bourbon soapiness, a lot of vanilla, a lot of honey notes, a lot of that good classic bourbon flavor. I mean, if you're a bourbon lover, you got to give this a try. It does come also in a baby-sized bottle. It's only 375 milliliters, so this is half the size of a traditional fifth, and it doesn't come with a baby price tag. I think this is probably between $45 and $50, depending on where you shop. But yeah, not totally wild up to this point, but I'll check back in, let you know how this develops. But so far, certainly a decent enough cigar. So hopefully we get a major transition and it gives me some flavor. But we shall see. So hang on, guys. I'll be back in a minute. So about 55 minutes in now. About to touch this up a couple more times. Burn just hasn't been great. The flavor's picking up a little bit, but not too much. It's still fairly nuanced. I've gotten more cedar in the second third, and some milk chocolate notes here and there. Overall, though, a fairly mild cigar, not a ton of flavor, and I'm gonna take the band off and wrap it up and give my final thoughts. So far, not terribly wow. So hang in there, guys, and I'll come back very shortly. Let you know how this finished out. So stay tuned. So I'm an hour and 25 minutes in now. The burn problems totally corrected themselves in the last third. It's been burning great, and the flavors picked up. Still a lot of the same type flavors. Some chocolate, some earth. Actually, the earth is a little bit new. The earth is new coming into the last third. But chocolate, tobacco, sweetness, and now a little bit of earth. But all those flavors have been amplified in the last third. And I'm definitely enjoying it more. And the bourbon's a good pairing. I'm about done with this now. But it's kind of sad because just as the cigar's ramping up and I'm really starting to enjoy it more, I'm about done with it. So that stinks. But you know, I'd love to try this in a smaller vitola. I know they do make a Lancero, but I think it's really hard to get your hands on. I think you have to be kind of a special person or have contacts in the industry with the company to get your hands on one. But you know, this Anejo Shark is kind of a unicorn, I think, for a lot of people. And my advice, again, only based off this one cigar, so take it for what it's worth. Let it be a unicorn and don't worry too much about it. If you come across one, sure, pick it up, try it for yourself, but honestly, if you can't find it, I wouldn't worry about it. Although I'm not really a Fuente guy. I was a little bit more excited about this. One of the reasons I grabbed this was because I recently had the Arturo Fuente Queen Bee, which I actually really liked. And so I was thinking maybe I'll have a more open mind towards Fuente. But you know, I don't really like Opus X all that much. And the Añejos that I've had, and I've had a few, have all been pretty similar to this. And it's just not my cup of tea. So take that for what it's worth. But it does pair nicely with the bourbon. I mean, I'm not disappointed with it. It wasn't a terrible cigar by any stretch. But, you know, I had some burn problems with it. It was just a little mild for me. And given the price tag and the rarity on these, I'd say it's not really a good value. You can probably find them anywhere between $14 and $20, I'd say, depending on where you're at. But nice enough for today. I'm really glad I got to try it. It was definitely one that I wanted to try. It was a neat looking vitola. So there we go. That's the Anejo Shark for you. So make sure you click that like button, click the subscribe button. If you haven't already, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you guys. I do my very best to message everyone back. So let me know what's going on. Down wherever you're at, wherever you're smoking, let me know what's up. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this review, and there's more on the way. So until next time, everybody, keep your feet in the pool, a drink in your hand, and a cigar in your mouth. Take care.